So what is Threads and why should you care? Well, it's a social media app from Instagram, as you can see by the name here, Threads, an Instagram app. But more importantly, if you're a fan of Twitter, but not so much a fan of how it's changed lately, well, this is another replacement. But unlike Blue Sky or Mastodon, it actually has a large built-in user base already because it automatically ports over Instagram profile. So all you have to do is download the Threads app, and then assuming you have an active Instagram account, it already links everything. Takes like 3 seconds to finish off your profile, and then there's an option to follow all of the accounts that you're already following on Instagram. And if they don't yet have a Threads account, when they sign up, it'll auto follow that person for you. So honestly, it's unlike any of the other replacement apps because you already have people that you know on the platform that you can already interact with. The app came out early, which was supposed to be today, but it actually came out late last evening. And honestly, it was a lot of fun. It was like the early days of Twitter and Instagram, lots of people on there, lots of people engaging, and it was just something that I have not seen yet on a Twitter replacement. So the app itself is actually incredibly simple. It looks a lot like Twitter and Instagram mixed into one. I will stress that if you go to your main, timeline here, which is the home button or the home tab, you are going to see a lot of threads, I guess is what we're going to call them, from people that you do know and people that you don't know. And that is by design right now. It might seem like a lot of people that you don't know, and I'm guessing that's going to eventually change as more and more users sign up and use the platform. In fact, that's what the head of Instagram and Threads has actually said. So right now you're going to see a lot of people that you don't know, and eventually there's going to be improvements to the app, I hope. But right now, so here's your home view, and then you can go to search, and it'll give you a recommendation on people to follow. The middle is where you compose a new thread, and you can add photos and videos. However, the photos part for me and a lot of other users is actually just crashing. There is a workaround. I've just been copying and pasting photos. That seems to work for me right now. But as of this current moment, again, it's a very early, part of the launch. Adding a photo here will make it insta crash, as you can see. And that was not a pun, but that was pretty clever. So yeah, it instantly crashes if you try to add a photo. But here is where you'll see your activity. So you can actually sort by all, replies, mentions, and verified, which is pretty nice. You can sort through all of the different things, and then here's your profile. You can instantly share your profile, which, by the way, follow me on Threads at DanBarbera1, which is my Instagram handle. And then, of course, follow MacRumors, which is at MacRumors. We will be active and posting things there, and hopefully one day we can all move off of Twitter. But the one thing I do want to point out about Threads that I really enjoy is that when you do go to a profile, you'll see the Instagram icon is always at the top right. And what that does is if you tap it, it takes you to that person's Instagram account, which is really, really cool. And another thing to note about Instagram is now there's a little like at and then a number underneath your profile's image. And what that is actually the user number that you are when you join Threads. So I'm number 290,894. And apparently there are already 10 million active users that have signed up. So I'm not super early, but I'm early enough. So that was something that was pretty interesting to see. You can edit your profile, but it's pretty bare bones. A lot of the settings and things are kind of done through Instagram, though there is a settings tab here. And I highly recommend that if you do sign up, you might want to tailor some of these notifications because you will get a lot. You will get a lot of following notifications if you get followers or if you start following somebody or if they join the app. So I would recommend maybe turning some of this off if you're getting a lot of active notification. It absolutely just torched my battery yesterday. So I am highly recommending turning it off. There's a privacy setting here so that you can make sure you kind of have your privacy the way you want it. You can mute and hide words if you're seeing things that you don't want to see, similar to Instagram, which is pretty cool. So I'm really enjoying the app so far, but there are a few things that I would change for the next update, and hopefully Twitter does this, not Twitter, Threads, Instagram. Hopefully they do this very, very soon, which would be at least give us the ability to, look at our timeline based off of who we follow. I understand the decision because, they weren't expecting maybe a ton of activity right away, or they just wanted us to see some other people out there who you might want to follow and just kind of mix that in. But right now it's pretty heavily skewed towards people you don't follow and towards people you do. So that would be nice to be able to sort your timeline and hopefully in chronological order. I don't know if there needs to be like like an explore page. I really like the explore page in Twitter. That's how I kind of like seeing what's trending and news and stuff. So maybe they could add that in there. It would be cool to be able to have drafts because when the app crashes, you don't have the draft of what you were working on, so you need to pick back up on that. There's a couple of other things that are actually really cool. So if you want to share a tweet, you can share it directly to your story, and it makes this nice little UI automatically for you, and it just looks really clean. You don't have to do anything. You can also share it to your Instagram feed. You can also tweet it, which I thought was kind of hilarious. But yeah, I mean, that's Threads. If you want to jump on another social media app, go for it. This seems to be like the one to do right now. There's a lot of buzz behind it. It was actually trending really, really well on Twitter, which is also still pretty funny to me. But this is not like Blue Sky and Mastodon. Those might be great apps, but there's just not a huge active user base and not a lot of people flocking over from Twitter that I thought might have be flocking over to that. But Instagram probably has the best chance to succeed in this case if they want to take over Twitter's active user base. So yeah, that's Instagram Threads. Follow us there on Instagram Threads. You can do @DanBarbera1, @MacRumors, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.